a motivational speech to our student, and she has given the motivational speech through her biography. So next, I'd like to request one more distinguished guest, Sir Harish, to come to the podium to give the interaction speech for our children. Sir, please come.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, teachers, students. Thank you very much for inviting us here this afternoon. It is a great honor to be here, to share this day with you, and to share some words. I'd like to relate a story to you about an incident that happened recently. It was another city that happened. In this city, some years ago, the government built a highway. But when they built the highway, they did not build any way for this particular town to get onto the highway. They had to drive 5 kilometers out of their way to get onto the highway. But they came together and started to aspire to improve their condition by creating a ramp onto the highway so that they could go to work, they could go to the city and do their shopping, they could move around. They had, from that community, there was an engineer. The engineer came up with a design, but where to build the city. In that same community, they had a sociologist, somebody who studies society. They also had an urban planner, somebody who understood how cities and traffic work. They came together and they mapped the city and decided where to place the ramp. And then in that same city, they had people who were experts in construction. So they were able to bring in the construction workers and do the work. But they also had a journalist. The journalist wrote stories about them building this ramp that got circulated around the country. People started to give money so that they could build this ramp. And so in the end, they constructed their ramp. They can use the highway. They can go to the city. They can access the hospitals, the markets, etc. People come to their town, and now their market has become very busy because now people can visit them and go to their market. So together, they uplifted their community. So why am I telling this story? This story has 2 lessons. One is coming together, working in community. It is not about me, myself, I, you as individuals, but us together can uplift our entire community. Together we can accomplish something. That is lesson 1, to work together. Lesson 2, though, from this story is that it's not just an engineer who can build this ramp. The engineer also needs somebody who understands society, somebody who understands cities. They needed a journalist to tell their stories. That is, we needed people in all these different professions to help uplift the community. That together in different disciplines, different fields, different careers, they could work and help one another and do something for their community. That it is important that we pursue not just our own self-interest, but interests that also advance who we are as a community. And so I urge upon all of you to think about what your interests are, where you aspire to be, but also how your aspirations also impact your community, and how you can change your community by working and connecting with your peers, your colleagues, and others. So again, I want to thank you for this opportunity to be here today, and I hope and inspire all of you to go out and pursue your dreams. But remember, your dreams are not just about you, they're about where you came from as well. They're about your community, your family, your neighbors, your friends, even your enemies that you do not like. That it's all about you together. So thank you, good luck, and inshallah, someday we might see you in the United States studying at a university somewhere. Thank you.
Thanks to our honorable and distinguished guest for giving the brilliant speech. So now we will have a few minutes for our students, basically class 9 and 10 students.